What's up guys, it's BT here, and this is the last gaming keyboard you'll ever need to buy. The Massdrop Alt keyboard. It's expensive, let's just get that out of the way right now. And I know you guys are going to be in the comments like, what, $180? And when you put that into context, that is almost 2 times the price of a Ducky One 2 Mini. So today I'm going to be going over some of the unique features that make it so good. In the box you'll find a keyboard USB-C cord, a keycap puller, a switch puller, you heard that right, a switch puller, which we'll go over in a little bit, and also you get magnetic feet in there for the bottom of the keyboard. So let's talk a little bit about the design of this keyboard. It's got a hefty aluminum frame which feels unbelievably solid. This keyboard will definitely not shift during gaming if that's what you're worried about. If you are a LAN player and you bring this keyboard around a lot, it might not be the best for traveling because of the weight. So one cool thing that they've done is they've added in 2 different USB-C plugins on the back side of the frame of the keyboard, so you can accommodate where your PC is sitting. I do wish that the metal feet were a little bit higher though, like on the Ducky One 2 Mini, and it took me a little bit of time to get used to having it lay more flat. You can also reverse the feet and have it more dipped if that's your personal preference. Also, if you move the keyboard really hard, the feet will come off, but that's only if you exert a lot of force. The keys are gray and black double shot PBT shine through keycaps, which will last you a long time. They are really textured though, compared to other keyboards, and some people might not like that, but that's a simple fix. You can just order some new custom keycaps for like a couple dollars. They also have a floating key design where you can actually see the RGB light coming through. The RGB around the outer ring looks absolutely stunning. You can see where the LEDs are, but I still think it looks absolutely sick when it's sitting on your desk. One of my main gripes about going to a 60% keyboard was that it was lacking dedicated arrow keys, but this has them, and it has a row for a delete, home, page up, page down buttons as well. I actually really like this because you get to keep that same small 60% form factor of the keyboard, but it gains a lot of functionality back with those keys. You do lose the control key on the right side though, but me personally, I rarely use it. Overall, this is a beautiful keyboard for any setup. It's got 100 Hz flicker-free RGB backlighting, and it is controllable through QMK programming. So if you have a certain theme with your setup, you can customize it to your color needs. You can also increase or decrease the brightness or turn off the RGB completely, or just have it around the edges of your keyboard if you so choose. You can also customize the layer of this keyboard using QMK software. I listen to a lot of music, so I program my comma, period, and question mark buttons to play and skip music tracks. I found this to be a lot simpler than Ducky's Macro 2.0 system. Just because I'm more of a visual person, I like having a full layout and just selecting the key assignments I want, and then just hitting the download button and then uploading it. The whole setup was very straightforward. You can buy the Massdrop Alt with Halo True and Clear switches, Kahua box, and Speed Silver and Cherry MX Brown. I went with Cherry MX Brown because they are some of the best for gaming. They've got that 45 grams of actuation and a tactile bump. Speaking of switches, this keyboard is hot swappable, meaning you can switch out the type of switch you are using when you want to change. So usually when you buy a keyboard, you are stuck with whatever switches you have, unless you want to go through the whole process of like taking apart your keyboard, unsolder the switches that you have, and then solder in new switches, and this process can take hours. And I know this is a problem because I've seen it in my comments, people saying they got like the Ducky One 2 Mini, let's say they got brown switches, but they really wanted red, and they're asking me like, how do I switch it? Can I switch out the keyboard? No, you can't. Well, with this keyboard, instead of having to shell out another $100 for a brand new keyboard, because let's be honest, most people aren't going to be soldering their keyboards, you can just buy whatever switches you like, whether that's blue, red, brown, black, doesn't matter, and put them into your keyboard. That's one of the reasons why I said this keyboard would be the last keyboard you would ever have to buy. So let's end off this review with the sound test of my sweet Cherry MX Browns. So I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. No, you didn't? What? Are you serious? Come on, guys. It is what it is, I guess. I mean, the design of this keyboard is just ingenious, guys, and it gives you a lot of flexibility with those hot swappable switches, which I think makes it worth that asking price of $180. Because at the end of the day, time is money, and soldering gets a no for me, dog. Combined with the ability to customize your RGB and keystroke assignments, making it the last 60% keyboard you'll ever have to buy. No, scratch that. Keyboard of any size that you'll ever have to buy. Alright guys, that is going to do it for my time. Thank you guys for watching. More tech videos are going to be coming at your face very soon. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It has been your boy BT saying